Tell me, do you prefer high art or this piece of shit for degenerates? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. The art history did. Good morning, everyone. Today I will tell you about high and low art. How to differentiate it, who to blame for classification, and how to have the system. This video was made for fun and educational purposes and did not mean to offend anybody. Please don't be angry at the author for the historical facts that will be discussed. There is many other reasons too. In old dark times, from 16th to 18th centuries, people weren't satisfied with just racism, sexism, religious arguments, and social class inequalities. No! They wanted a new way to discriminate and segregate some filthy scum from the aristocracy. And what can be more suitable for that purpose than art preferences? Nothing. Meet André Fallopian, a French art historian and a person who introduced visual art genre hierarchy. Basically, it said that the value of the art is defined by how hard to draw the subject of the painting is and how poetical or historical is it, suggesting that people with a higher literacy level, the higher classes, will have preferences in higher art pieces as they will understand it better than the lower classes. He who makes perfect landscapes is above another who only paints fruits, flowers, or seashells. He who paints living animals is worthier of estimation than those who paint only things that are dead without movement. And without movement. He who makes perfect landscapes is above another who only paints fruits, flowers, or seashells. He who paints living animals is worthier of estimation than those who paint only things that are dead and without movement. And as the figure of man is the most perfect work of God on earth, it is also certain that he who became an imitator of God by painting human figures is much more excellent than all the others. For those who does not follow high fashion speech, the lowest genre was still life, then landscapes, animal drawings, and on top is human paintings. Because of ideas like those, many artists had to change or develop their art subjects, as now it was considered dirty to do low art. The ones who drew landscapes now had to add some human figures to it. The ones who drew still life, well, they cried as nobody cared about them, and the ones who drew humans, they're lucky. The most value had the paintings with any historical, moral, biblical, or mythological context. So, in case you were wondering how to improve your art, just stick at the gases in the corner. Okay, now serious, you did not thought that the story will end here, aren't you? After all, we do not consider landscapes or still life as something dirty or low taste, even though many people still might say that they are boring. Whatever. Welcome to 19th century. Still not the greatest place to be in, but for visual arts it is a time of big changes, as genres like realism and impressionism has become more popular. No more higher education needed to understand paintings, as they now depicted a common life with none of those idealistic mythological animals or important moral messages, just a life that all could see. Moreover, soon people came to the realization that pure white skin of names and historical scenes with many details can be enjoyable to the common eye too. So the boundaries between so-called low and high art soon became less and less noticeable. Is it great that people stopped caring about low and high art definition? I mean, yes, of course, it's nice when you can enjoy something that you like, either watching or creating, with no prejudice eyes on you. Is it bad that now there was more art that is just pleasure for your eyes with no work for your brains? I really don't know. I never liked the idea of moral messages in any form, no matter is it painting, music or a book, but I always enjoyed when something had at least some kind of background which I can look into. But it really doesn't matter at the end, each human being or any other creature can decide it for themselves. So let me know what do you think about it. But what about other parts of the world? Asia? Africa? Or maybe in more ancient times? Was there any art hierarchy back then? Or maybe they did not have France to spread all the evil art-wise. No offense to France. Really? Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could not find any source to prove that there was any art segregation anywhere, anytime but post-Renaissance Europe. And believe me, I tried. I was looking everywhere, on many different sources in many different languages. In other parts of the world and in more ancient times, it was more of a case of one art genre dominancy at a time. And there most definitely wasn't a segregation thing due to your art preferences, especially in Asia, where the art or the beauty of the world was for everyone to enjoy. So tell me, what do you enjoy more, so-called high art, so-called low art, or maybe any other of the many genres that are just there? Thank you for watching this video, hope you liked it, and goodbye! Have a nice day! Good morning everyone! Today I will tell you about how to fuck kids. Yes, I will tell you how to fuck. And what can be more suitable for that purpose than art prep? Fuck. For goodness sake, it was almost perfect. Meet André Philippian, a French art historian and a person who introduced a visual art genre. I can either speak French, either speak English, I can speak both in the same sentence. Themes and historical scenes with many details can be enjoyable to the economy. No, to the economy too. Economy class. Ah, my knees, my knees. He who only makes perfect landscapes is one, another who only paints fruit, flowers, sources, shells. He who paints living animals is worthy of estimation than those who paint only things that are dead and without movement. And as the figure of man is the most perfect work of God on earth, it is also certain that he who become an imitator of God make painting a man. His is much more excellent than the others. Does anybody else get that feeling that singing something is much easier than just reading it? I don't know how it works, but it definitely works for me.